Hello, welcome to my channel, Lux to O. And today I wanted to share with you a house that is quite interesting, and it's been quite exclusive until the last year or so, I believe. It is the house of Indult. Now, you may not have heard about Indult before, and there's a good reason for that. Indult is not your typical mainstream perfume house. It is not widely accessible, at least it wasn't until recently. It is certainly more accessible now and available through So Avant-Garde, Lucky Scents, and might be even Twisted Lily, I'm not sure. But the house was founded by Francis Kurkdjian. And yes, it is that Francis Kurkdjian, the nose behind some of the absolute favorites that we all love. First of all, Baccarat Rouge 540, and many others from his own Mason Francis Kurkdjian line. Indult was about creating perfumes that were released in very small batches, often with very limited distribution. As I mentioned, that's kind of changed in the last year or so. For a long time, their most famous creation, Tiholta, was nearly almost impossible to get. I had to order mine online, and it took a couple of months to receive it. That's kind of their star scent, Tiholta, I believe. It's an absolutely high-grade Tahitian vanilla. It has notes of Tahitian vanilla, cane sugar, almond milk accord, tonka bean, white musk, and amber. The fragrance is an absolute masterpiece for true vanilla lovers. It is a true, perfectly creamy and rich vanilla. It's a gourmand that is pure vanilla bean, almost like a vanilla custard. This is like that edible vanilla, and it just kind of melts into the skin. Tiholta has incredible longevity and sillage, and it lasts forever on my skin, and easy to blend with other fragrances too, because it does have a beautiful scent trail. It's also very comforting and alluring, and it is very addictive. And that's Indult Tiholta, that true vanilla bean custard type of scent. 3 words for Tiholta I would use would be alluring, addictive, and comforting. If you love vanilla and you're ready to invest in a high-quality, long-lasting, truly addictive vanilla scent, then Indult's Tiholta should absolutely be on your radar. The next fragrance I want to share with you is by Indult, and this is called Manakara. I still have it in a sealed box, and I'll keep it that way until I'm really ready to start wearing it, because I purchased the set, their Discovery set, that had 4 fragrances in it, and I've just finished the last little bit in the vial. The notes in Indult Manakara are damask pink rose, Bulgarian red rose, lychee from Madagascar, a coconut note, a candied berry accord, vanilla custard note, and also musk. This is your floral, fruity scent that is beautifully balanced. The lychee is the star of the show in this composition. The fruity is sweet, almost honeyed. It's juicy, and it isn't too sharp of a lychee or too green, which some fragrances have had. For me, if it's too sharp, too green, I'm not interested in it. It is very playful, happy, and reminds me of the color pink. It may just be the color of the juice, but it's a sweet, sugared rose. And also it has a very youthful type of feel. And I wear it when I'm in the mood for something fun, light, with a bit of a sugary scent. Paired with the exquisite lychee are 2 types of rose, that Damasceno rose and also a Bulgarian red rose. These are precious and iconic rose variations in perfumes, known for their velvety, sometimes slightly spicy or honeyed facet to it. I think it's interesting that the Damasceno rose is picked only at the first light to capture the most concentration of the fragrance oil. It is most available to harvest during the months of May and June. So that's sometimes why fragrances are expensive. The combination of mouth-watering lychee and lush, romantic, creamy florals give us a fragrance that is fresh, slightly watery, and it's kind of like a rose water, and then put a lychee in it. Just drop it in there for a nice touch. And you also have a very, very light note that I get of coconut. It's not a coconut scent that I would call it a coconut scent, and I wouldn't call it tropical. I would say you have to enjoy lychee and rose to enjoy the fragrance. The base is rounded out with a clean, soft musk, which allows the fruit and floral notes to truly come through for a smooth, charming, and feminine finish. The words I would use would be vibrant, captivating, and fruity. So the two that we have so far we've discussed, I would describe Tiholta as cozy, warm, comforting vanilla blanket. Manakara is a floral, fruity, sparkling, dewy, romantic, playful cocktail type of fragrance. We have the next one, which is Isvaraya. I hope I'm saying that right. And it is great for a fall, winter type of scent. It's unisex but leans a little masculine to me. The notes you have in Isvaraya are Indian plum, jasmine sambac, patchouli, vetiver, labdanum, along with a plum jam accord, elemi, and amber. Compared to Tiholta and Manakara, Isvaraya is a richer, more exotic type of fragrance, and I found it was spicy, with fig being the star of the show. Fig can be very challenging for me at times. I find that that's not the case with Isvaraya. It's more of a figgy jam, and it isn't that sugary. This reminds me of when I have put a very thin coating of fig jam over a wheel of brie cheese. The fig is blended with a slight spiciness like nutmeg that gives us a gourmet quality to Isvaraya. The fig is like a spiced fig tart rather than being that fresh fig fruit from the tree. You also have patchouli and vetiver that gives us that warmth and depth with an earthiness that has a grounding quality to it. And it adds to the longevity of Isvaraya, but it does not shout. It doesn't need to. So if you're tired of like a bright, fresh fig type of scent and want to explore the more darker, more decadent type of fig, then Isvaraya may be one you would want to sample. 3 words to describe Isvaraya to me would be warm, cozy, and mysterious. We could all use a little mystery in our lives, couldn't we? The last fragrance is Cuir 404, and that one is a leather scent. It has notes of a citrus accord. You also have the spice of clove. You get brightness from bergamot, spicy cardamom. You also get a leather accord, which is very smooth. It also has pink pepper, and it's a suede. You have a suede note in here with cedar and vetiver. This is a very nice leather that is not animalic. For those who may want to choose a lighter version of a leather scent, it also has the citrus, which helps to brighten it up, and kind of herbally, and I think that might be due to the pink pepper and also to the cardamom. And it is not a heavy leather scent. To me, it is one that if you think you want a leather scent, but you're not sure, you certainly don't want a heavy leather, then I think this could definitely be a great choice. It's a lighter feeling leather. The texture is a little lighter to me, And the three words I would use for Cuir 404 would be fresh, airy, and woody. And I never thought I would say fresh and airy with a leather scent. That complex combination of notes really creates something that is quite nice and long-lasting. Have you ever heard of Tiholta or Isvaraya or even Manakara? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe for more fragrance content. And I will see you in my next fragrance video, my fragrance friends. Thank you and goodbye.